Hi there, let's get this party started, JR. This is Michael from OTC Online TOEFL Course.com. You sent me a integrated speaking practice test from TPO, and I actually have the speaking rubrics here for the integrated task, and I got your speaking here also. So let's listen to the whole thing one time, and that's going to kind of give me an idea of kind of where you are. Are you 4, 3, 2, 1? And then I'm going to listen to it again and give you a little bit more
Passage
feedback.
defines the concept of social loafing, and the reading passage defines the concept of social loafing, and the speaker gives example to further illustrate the idea.
Okay.
To begin with, the article defines social loafing as a decrease in personal effort, especially on a group task, which result to less efficiency. The professor illustrates a study that people are given ordinary tasks like peeling potatoes.
Okay.
Some of them work alone and some work in a group. The professor states that they are told it would be counted by the number of peeled potatoes. The professor explains they compared the average number of peeled potatoes by people in a group and alone. As a result, people alone peeled more potatoes than the group. And this is a perfect example of social loafing, where the group decreases their personal effort, which resulted to less efficiency, according to the professor in the lecture.
Wow, this is a good one. JR. JR's in the zone today. My goodness. Let's take a look at this thing. What do we got here? I don't know. I'm going to say you're between 3 and 4, maybe even 3.5 to 4 on this one. Very clear speech. Good control of basic and complex grammar vocabulary. And I'm going to listen to it one more time a little more closely. I'll probably catch a few things in there. I think your topic development was fantastic. I liked at the end how you connected the listening back to the reading passage, that academic concept. So, yeah, this is what we're talking about, right? This is what you want to do. Let's listen to it one more time. Let's see how you do here.
The reading passage defines the concept of social loafing, and the speaker gives example to further illustrate the idea.
Perfect. So you're connecting both the reading and the lecture. You're showing what the relationship is.
To begin with, the article defines social loafing as a decrease in personal effort, especially on a group task, which result to less efficiency.
Which results, you want to put S, which results in, I would say, lower efficiency, not just less efficiency. I guess, no, forget it, scratch it. Less efficiency is okay.
The professor illustrates a study that people are given ordinary tasks like peeling potatoes. Some of them work alone and some work in a group.
So when you move to the professor, though, you might say, well, the professor illustrates this particular concept through an example of a study or something. So make a little bit better connection when you move to the lecture and show how it relates back to the listening to the reading passage.
The professor states that they are told it would be counted by the number of peeled potatoes.
That's a little awkward. They told that it would be counted by the number of peeled potatoes, or they were told that each person would be counted by the number of potatoes that he peeled or she peeled, maybe. So that area right there, the way that you said that wasn't entirely natural.
The professor explains they compared the average number of peeled potatoes by people in a group and alone. As a result, people alone peeled more potatoes than the group.
Okay.
And this is a perfect example of social loafing, where the group decreases their personal.
I'd probably say in which the group, blah, 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 instead of where. Usually, where, I tell my students to use where when you're talking about a specific geographical location. I went to Los Angeles, comma, where I purchased a new pair of pants and some shoes. In that case, so we're using where to refer to Los Angeles. And in the metaphorical kind of locations, I would use in which.
Effort, which resulted to less efficiency,
Which resulted, I would say, in less efficiency.
according to the professor in the lecture.
This is close. Wow, my goodness. So you had a few language use issues, right? So we found some things in there. So let's look at the language use in the four area. Contains generally effective word choice, though some minor or systematic errors or imprecise use may be noticeable. They do not require listener effort or obscure meaning. So if you say, results to or results in, if you forget the S, to me that's a systematic error. So I don't think that's a major problem. But the one about how they would be counted according to the number of potatoes that they peeled, the way that you explain that one, that was not just a systematic error. It was imprecise, but I'm going to say it was unnatural, almost ungrammatical. Not quite ungrammatical, but not natural. Uh, so this is tough. I'm gonna put you at around 3.5 maybe. So I'm gonna say your score is probably around 25 to 26 points. If you did all four tasks similarly, I think you have a great shot at getting over 26. So I think this is a very strong response. So good job. Now, anybody at YouTube, if you guys want to get more videos, you want to see me working with more of my students like I'm doing here, subscribe to my channel. And don't forget to click the bell to get notifications of when I'm doing new videos. And I'm doing them every day. You can see, every day I have something new going on. All right. And JR, good job for you.